In 1915, long before resorts, long before airports, long before postcards turned these islands into icons, a small vessel named the Gulnare cruised quietly through the Whitsunday Passage. She was not a luxury liner, not a tourist charter, just a modest coastal launch tracing the edge of a frontier that few Australians had ever seen. The Queensland government once described these islands as sea-girt isles, like rich and various gems inlaying the bosom of the deep. And in 1915, that description wasn't poetic exaggeration, it was reality. This was not yet a holiday playground. On Lindeman Island, sheep grazed rugged hillsides. In Sid Harbor, timber cutters worked the shoreline. Goats wandered the slopes of Grassy Island. And on Dent Island, lighthouse keepers stood their lonely watch, a grim sentinel by night and day. Life here was practical, isolated, demanding. Yet the sea was something else entirely. They wrote that it lay as unruffled as a mill pond, protected by the vast outer shield of the Great Barrier Reef. And as the Gulner crossed Kennedy Sound, passengers leaned over her rails and looked down into water so clear it revealed coral gardens 15 feet below the surface. Fish of every variety and shade moved through what the travelers called Elysian depths. There were no engines roaring in the distance, no marina lights flickering at dusk, no charter fleets lining the horizon, no infinity pools overlooking Hill Inlet, no luxury catamarans anchored in Tongue Bay, no seaplanes carving white lines across blue skies, only wind, salt air, and the steady rhythm of a vessel gliding through open water. The Whitsunday Passage stretched before them like a necklace of islands, 60 miles from Gloucester Head to Cape Conway, wild, quiet, untouched. Even then, the writers of the day predicted something remarkable. They believed that if more travelers paused to explore these sheltered waters, if steamers began calling more regularly, if word spread beyond Queensland, the Whitsundays would become a rendezvous for visitors from around the world. In 1915, that must have sounded ambitious, almost impossible. And yet, more than a century later, that vision came true. Today, the Whitsundays are known across the globe for Whitehaven Beach, for Hill Inlet's shifting sands, for coral reefs alive with color. Luxury yachts now anchor where timber cutters once worked. Resorts rise where sheep once grazed. Helicopters sweep across skies once broken only by seabirds. But the sea remains, the light remains, the islands remain. Look beyond the polished images of tourism, and you can still glimpse what those early passengers saw. Water that glows turquoise beneath the midday sun, sand that shifts like silk with each tide, coral gardens alive beneath glass-clear shallows. Stand quietly at dusk, and the silhouettes on the horizon are the same ones watched from the deck of the Gulnar in 1915. Listen carefully, and you may hear what they heard: wind moving through island scrub, gentle water against timber hull, the hush of distance from the rest of the world. They believed these islands were destined for greatness. They were right. But perhaps the greater wonder is that despite a century of change, the heart of the Whitsundays still beats to the same rhythm, a marine Eden, a rapture by the lonely shore.